I believe the children are our future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us all how we used to be. But you know, that doesn't seem to be the sentiment of a lot of grown folks out here. And if anybody who knows me know that I am a serious, ongoing black male activist, black male advocate. And nothing's more important than little black boys as well as teenage boys, because somebody has to make sure they grow up to be strong men. Because after 50 years of them growing up without a father and growing up mainly raised by our female counterparts, y'all could debate why later, but I can tell you why. What's up, Mary Max? It is quite evident in a lot of cases that a lot of people don't believe that the children are our future. And I know I'm a little late with this story, but I was told about it when it happened. But it takes me a minute because I have to process things. You know, this story comes out of Memphis, Tennessee, my hometown. You know, there's always some foolishness going on there, just like any, I guess, urban city. It's majority black. Yes, I just said something disparaging. Maybe I generalized, but we're just sick of it. Hold on a minute. All right, on this past Sunday, today's the 27th, so it had to be like the 22nd or something, 23rd, something like that. 27th, Thursday, the 27th of July. And this happened this past Sunday, this past weekend. A young man, 17 years old, Amarian, I forgot his last name, but I put the story from the news. I put the news link in this description box. And by the way, it's your boy Rico the Opinionist. Like, share, and subscribe. A 17-year-old young man who was a host at Cheddar's in Memphis in Germantown Parkway, because this past March, my mother, my brother, my sisters, my cousins, we all celebrated my mom's birthday there at that very Cheddar's. And it was during one of my visits home. And it was crowded. You know, a lot of black folks, you know, and a sprinkle of others. But this story it bothered me. I can't say I don't know why, but I just know this story bothered me because it lends to this deep dislike we seem to have for each other. And I've always said, my hometown and probably urban cities across America, I always said that I think Memphis hates black children. And I can say that about a lot of areas where the children are not being properly raised and encouraged and celebrated or even funded through the school system, through mentoring programs, through summer jobs. You know, all those cities, they don't have those wonderful programs like they do in the suburbs. They don't like black kids. They don't like poor kids, right? So this young brother, because I read the story and I watched the video, he said, I'd put in 10 applications to get this job. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened in a minute. I just want to run through this. He said, I put in 10 applications in order to find this job, to get this job. And he's now quit the job for fear of his life. For fearing his life. Now, let me tell y'all the story. Y'all go read it. A family of 8, of course, a bunch of a bunch of African Americans, or whatever. Bunch of undisciplined blacks. When you look at the video, you'll see that none of them dress size comes in a single digit. They're all big and husky. And I say, why they got to misrepresent dark skin? They happen to be dark skin too. I hate that. Damn. Because we don't want to continue to attribute dark-skinned black with evil, do we? Because the white folks already did that, but we were living out the dark-skinned stereotypes of being evil. But these were a bunch of dark-skinned, heavy-set blacks, thick and husky blacks. And this boy probably weighs 122 pounds. Little dude. Soft-spoken little cat. When you see the video, you'll see him laid out. Well, he was assaulted and, beat up. He said, and the reporter said, he said, his mom says, that family of eight came in wanting to sit together, but he told them it would be a 1 hour wait. They got upset. But wait a minute. They said, well, okay. He said, but I can seat y'all in separate tables. No, they wanted to be together. That was the whole point. They wanted to be together, sit together. And so there wasn't a large enough table available, but maybe after an hour. So he seated them at the two tables, but half of them got upset and they left. And so a few minutes later, a table became available because someone canceled their reservation. So he said, hey, y'all, there's a table available. Y'all can come and sit now. So you would think that would be problem solved, right? These Negroidians was mad because they had to wait on this table. And see, other stories didn't share this part. Now, they were seated together, but how come an obese woman, sister, out of that clan, approached the hostess young man and proceed to read him like, how come you had this table in the first place? Y'all can fill in the blank. He's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. She got on him, got smart with the young brother. And, next thing you know, he said a man from her group came and popped him in the face. He says out of reaction to defend himself, he swung back. And next thing you know, he was crowded by a group. In the words of, let me get his name right. What's the man's name right? I want to say his name right so I can give him this quote. He played in Lethal Weapon. He's in, what's his name? He played in all the Lethal Weapons movies. What's his name? He also produced this new movie that's out that everybody is talking about sex trafficking. What is his name? Somebody know his name? Give me his name. I'm not gonna continue till somebody give me his name. He played in all of Lethal Weapons movies with Danny Glover. What was the white guy's name? Come on. I know y'all know it. Oh, come on. I'm looking at his face. Yes. What is his name? Is he Jewish? No, he was the one talked about Jews, and he had to apologize to Jewish people for his comments he made. What is it? He played in the Thunderdome movies, Mad Max. Mel Gibson, thank you. In the words of Mel Gibson, that young man was attacked by a pack of niggas. They swarmed him, left him for dead in their restaurant. All these grown people attacked this young man over a black chick starting the bullshit. And these beta male simps, mother-raised emotional do-boys, socked a teenager, a skinny, small teenage boy, because one of the Negro women were upset. And people don't believe me when I say a lot of black males, they don't die a lot of young black males just don't die in gang violence. They just don't die at the hands of cops or each other. They die because a black female usually kicks it off. And then they have pictures of them trying to get away in their white Denali. So this happened Sunday. I'm sure they've been caught by now, rounded up. But that upset me a lot because it's too many of us, and I'm not going to demonize or castigate my whole race. Because I know it's not my whole community, and I know it's not the whole of black women, and I know it's not the whole of black men. But we have a segment in our race, in this country, and Memphis has a large segment of blacks that are just no good. They don't have the ability to be rational. They don't have the ability to be calm. They don't have the ability to just use their cognitive strengths to handle situations. It's just too many of us who behave this way, and I don't like it. And I feel badly for that young brother. You know, I don't like that. Because one minute we talking about racism on this end, we talking about police doing this, we talking about, you know, more mean-ass Republicans, but when we going to talk about this? And it was terrible. There's some video out there after the fact where they're all trying to break each other up or pull each other back. How do you get that kind of mad? What you should have done, sir, who hit that young man, you should have told that obese relative of yours, damn, baby, he got us a seat. He let us know there was a cancellation. So we could be happy. We could thank him. But she wanted to know, how come you ain't have us right there at first? People don't like Tommy Sotomayor, but he said something that makes, hell, that makes a lot of us want to just abide by this rule. He says, where there's three, I shall not be. He's talking about black folks. And I don't want this to be like a polarizing thing or meaning a separation. But blacks gonna have to separate from the niggas. We just gonna have to. Because we just feel unsafe. And black men are really unsafe in a group of blacks. We are. The youngs, the old ones. If you don't, if you sound like you have the intelligence of someone who's read at least 3 books, your ass becomes a target. If you sound like you're trying to be appropriate and all, it's just something, it's like a chip in a lot of these blacks, these hood blacks, these mentally poor blacks, not economically poor, because I was economically poor growing up, but I wasn't mentally poor. My mother always taught me and my siblings. That's probably why none of us went to jail. But my brother got a DUI when he was like 19. But that was it, because there was something he was doing. He got a hold of that Slit Small Liquor Bull. You know, with the horse on the back? I'm sorry, the Colt 45. With the horse on it, he loved that. And he would always get behind the wheel after he had a 40 ounce and just act a fool. But anyway, but that was it. No trouble out of none of us with the law. Or with other people, per se. Because she would always tell us, I don't care if you was born in a barn. You don't have to look nor act like an animal. With our food stamps, our welfare checks, the WICs. When one of my cousins got pregnant, we got the WICs, the free milk, all of that. The WIC, the free milk, all of that. And still behave like human beings. And I'm sure those folks probably all working folks. But you can have a good job, you can have a degree, but if you don't have any couth, if you don't have any upbringing, appropriate upbringing, because a lot of folks probably got mamas and daddies in the house, but they're not raising them worth a damn. Because that was so unnecessary. That was so uncalled for. Why did you hit that kid? He quit the job. Hell, he'll probably need to get out the city until they catch those lames. And then some of the family members are still trying to get him because they called the police. Because the folks called the police. He laying there. If y'all see the picture, that man laying, that young fella down, laying there lifeless. He had to go, the paramedics had to work on his body while he laid there with his shirt all open and out. Who does that? A savage, an ignorant dog. And I'm not talking like this because they're black. I'm talking like this because they're niggas. And I'm sick of them. Because the rest of us are fighting these personal and group battles trying to stay alive in this country. There are a lot of us who ain't bothering nobody. We trying to go to the bar and have a drink. We trying to go to Cheddar's and have some, man, that chimichanga and the chicken fried chicken with the gravy, and good God almighty, those croissants. Ooh, with the butter, the sweet butter. We trying to go there. But you always have some Negro male or some Negro female. And so what do? Then they get upset when they call themselves being profiled. Let's get to the point again. You know, Chris Rock said it decades ago. It's going to have to be a civil war between blacks and niggas. See, all the niggas love rap music and all the worst rap and twerking, and they love all the gutter. And those are people, the blunt smoker, the peel poppers, the tattoos and shit everywhere. And then when they speak as if they just crawled off of a plantation. You know what I'm saying? You know, just slang for nothing. I'm aware of slang. I understand. I can interpret it. But that's not who I am. I'm not going to, because you cannot still speak that way as an adult. I understand people in the neighborhood while you're young. No, you speak as your group. But when you get over 21, you still sound like you just crawled from a plantation. There's something wrong with you. You're retarded. You're grown, and the only language you know is slang. And the only thing you comprehend is something that's spoken to you in slang. You're retarded. I'm here to tell you. Because this is the 21st century. Why do so many black people still speak this way? No, and I understand the little code switching, because me and Mary Max were talking about that code switching. But if we met in person, like we met Mary Max in person, we speak like this all the time. Now, when we're on the phone, or if I'm in the private circle of my friends, sure, we get down a little bit, with the neighborhood gullah. But I'm sharing this because there's something wrong with people. There's a lot of undiagnosed grown black people out here, and other groups too. But no, y'all know we always give them their work. We always on white folks. We always on Hispanics. We always on them. But we don't talk enough about the self-sabotaging behavior that we do to each other. See, I can have the conversation about racism, white supremacy. We can even connect it to, that Plymouth Rock that land on us. We done land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock land on us. And some of us are still suffering from the swelling. But I remember when Malcolm X made that quote. I read in history when he made that quote. I saw the old video. But, yeah, that happened to us. But did y'all know the library's been around for like 100 years? There are a lot of black folks who crawled off the plantation, but they got a hold of something that they were first denied. It was called a book. And there was nobody really there to teach them, but they taught themselves. And see, a lot of us don't know how to read. So that's why we don't know how to, cognitively think our way out of situations, even out of contentious situations. We go straight to fisticuffs when it comes to other blacks. But with white folks and everybody else, somehow y'all find your way. If it's whites, Asians, and other folks, y'all find a way to find words to talk to them. But when we come to fellow black folks, we don't have any words, just these or this. Y'all need to check yourselves. And I didn't see anywhere where anybody started a GoFundMe for that young brother. I hope someone puts up a GoFundMe. I'll donate to it. No, he literally lost his job in the act of almost losing his life trying to earn a living, earn some money. Something needs to be done for this young brother. It's just awful. And I hope the so-called mentors in that community in Memphis, I hope they're reaching out to him. Because you got a lot of male groups there. I hope some politicians are reaching out to him. Because I just have this feeling, if he had been a young black female being attacked by their family, there would have been all kinds of people coming out. Now, I'm not saying that hadn't happened yet. I don't know, but I just haven't heard the rah-rah or the, we got you, young brother. I don't know. Maybe I have to contact them and say, hey, young brother, has anybody contact you to say, hey, you need anything? Help him out. Get a GoFundMe for him so he can concentrate on schoolwork and, get himself a car or something and put some money away for college. That would be nice. All those so-called organizations that are down for the youth. Well, here's a youth who is actually working. Then all these negative stereotypes. And Mary Mack said, and you won't hear it from the Negro community. Yeah. I bet somebody Caucasian probably start something for him. And donate something to him, to help him to lift his spirits. So if anybody from Memphis and you're part of an organization there, or you say that you help the youth, yeah, if you have not done it, contact that little young brother's mother and contact him and lift him up and say, we got you, man. That was awful. And I hope charges rain down on those sons of bitches like locusts when Pharaoh was trying to free the people. Won't he do it? Hallelujah. Oh, glory. It doesn't make any sense. Everybody in that crowd that got a kick in or a lick in, all of them need to be given 5 years apiece, minimum, for assault and attempted murder. I hope attempted murder is a part of those charges, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Stop attacking each other. And also, people who act like them, who think like them, y'all need to do me a favor, get into some anger management classes right now. And to you young mothers of boys, you young fathers of boys who are half-assed, y'all go into some parenting classes right now. As soon as you hear my video, enroll your ass into some parenting classes right there in the city of Memphis. And whoever else across the country that may see this video and you know you're a half-assed parent, enroll your slow ass into some parenting classes, please. Because you won't do it like you're supposed to, be married and have children in wedlock the way you said your Bible told you to do it. So at least when you have kids out of wedlock and they're unprotected, at least go and enroll in some parenting classes. That'll save a whole lot of drama. And also, in closing, love our children, damn it. Anyway, it's your man Rico the Opinionist. Like, share, and subscribe. I have the video with one of the videos. You can Google the story, but I have one here in my in the description box. And check out my book. Check out the book. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an Absent Biological Father Who Never Wanted to Be Found. It's only $10. Cash App your boy, $ Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST. And when you send it, please leave me an email address so I can send you your PDF formatted copy. It's in a PDF formatted form. It's PDF formatted. So if you hit me with the $10, I will send it to you right away. And also, if you like a copy of my Black Book List or a copy of my Willie Lynch letter, Cash App your boy $6. I'll see you a copy of both, because we need to do some more reading. And we need to get into some anger management classes. We need to get into some parenting classes. And hell, we need to, as old Negro preachers say, you need to get in that Bible and study God. And most importantly, a lot of you probably need to see me for some therapy. Yeah, y'all know I'm a master level social worker, right? Yeah, I have these opinions and stuff, but I'm pretty good at what I do. The price is a little different when you hit me up on that, but a lot of you need therapy really badly. Anger, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. You need it, because we're going to have to stop mistreating black kids. Y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.